morning, Fred. All right, so today we got a grading job to go do. Just a small little front yard. I'd say half the size of what I got here. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but it's pretty small. But anyways, we're gonna get the skid steer loaded up, get it in the truck, and get on our way. Someday it'd be nice where I could just have a setup that's ready to go every day instead of having to load, unload, do this, do that. But it's just part of what I got to do right now. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come here. Freddie, come. No? Okay. All right, we're all loaded up. I need grass seed and everything, but I have that in the garage. I probably won't be getting to that today. So when I go out there tomorrow, I'll get that all loaded up. But anyways, all right, Fred, we're leaving. We're leaving, buddy. You can stay here and man the house, okay? All right, we'll see you guys at the job. So we just pulled up to the job here. The only thing we got to do is grade this front yard. There's a real high spot right in there, and it all pitches back towards the house. They just had a bunch of basement flooding last year, and they had some basement foundation specialists come out here, fix up the basement, waterproof it, but they still want to, you know, make this a better area. So there's a low spot right here, high spot right there. So we're going to come in here and shave that out and just make this into a nice flat surface. The only other thing that we got going on here is they want their sump pump line buried, which is coming off the front corner of the house underneath this bush here. You can see where the line has been sitting. They move it around. Obviously, just for cutting grass, it'd be nice to have it under the ground here. So, but the only thing with that is I called Digger's hotline to come out here and get this located for today. I see they made some markings over there for water and sewer, but I don't see any markings for gas. But the thing about that is, I don't know if you can see that, but the gas meter is right here, right on the corner of the house where I want to be digging. I'm sure the gas line is probably to the left of this, but just to be 100% safe, I'm not going to do any digging just yet on that. So I'm just going to be shaving the surface off here, getting this in kind of a flat area. That way, once they get out here, those markings that I saw, maybe that's from a different time. So maybe I'm going to give the locate company a call, see where they are, what's going on. But it'd be nothing for me to come back here and dig a little trench and get all their piping or sump pump piping underground and make it into a drain tile type deal with a pop-up at the end. Another thing that reason why they wanted the sump pump line kind of buried, why they wanted it buried right here is in the winter, the way it discharges, it all goes down the sidewalk and it all pools up over here. Obviously, you know, that burying the sump pump line with a pop-up may not be, you know, that they might still have some water going that direction, but if it's buried deep enough into a drain tile, it can all leach back down into the ground. This system, I'm also going to have a T in there just in case, you know, it freezes up underneath. They can, you know, disconnect from that and be able to plug in a line over the top. Either way, for the summertime, it'd be really nice for them to have a buried line so that they don't have to deal with cutting around it and having a dead lawn. So we're gonna get the skid steer unloaded, and I'm gonna make a pit stop. I have to go relieve some pressure, if you understand what I'm saying. I'll probably play around with the skid steer for a couple minutes here first. Kids and their toys, right? Before I start this machine back up, I'm actually going to check the oil. I haven't done that the past couple times, you know, it doesn't seem to be an oil burner or anything like that. So, but just to be safe, I'm gonna give it a check. Yeah, it's full. I need to get around to fixing this AC line, because that definitely will be nice to have. It's starting to get really, starting to become those Wisconsin summers where it feels like you walk outside into a pond, a hot tub. I'm not afraid to do any digging, not really digging. I'm just pretty much taking the top layer of grass off right now. The reason why I'm not afraid to come in here and do that is because here in Wisconsin, your utilities are at minimum 12 inches deep. And I'm going nowhere near that just to get this area leveled. Obviously, when I come here to trench for a sump pump line, that's a totally different story. So I got that high spot dug out of there. I dug it pretty deep right there. Oops. But yeah, we'll get some topsoil in here. I'm gonna leave, there's a hump right over there, and that looks like it's a flow line between the two houses. So I'm gonna kind of leave that and kind of work off of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go dump this soil off that I just dug out, and go get some fittings for that sump pump line. And like I said, go use the bathroom and get some topsoil, and I'll start getting some topsoil in here. I may have to come back to this project later to do that sump line, which is no big deal. So, all right, let's get after it. All right, so I had a little change in plans. I'm gonna just come here, dump this topsoil off, or topsoil sod mix, and then head back to the job. I'm gonna kind of feather that out a little bit more, see if there's any more that I need to take out. Call Digger's hotline, see if they can make it out there today or by tomorrow morning before I start doing any topsoil work. I would hate to do all this and have to dig everything back up, so we're just gonna do what we can do for today at least. Any of you guys from the Oak Creek area, you guys know that do any like type of landscaping or dirt work like this? Sievert, I guess he just retired last July, so now it's full, what is this? Full Cycle Recycling is the name of the place. So good for Mr. Sievert. Looks like they're doing a little bit more than what Sievert did. Looks like they're doing wood chipping and everything. Cool. I haven't been down here in, gosh, 2-3 years now. I don't know why, but hydraulics always just impressed me. It's just so cool how you can use a motor, little electric motor, to push some fluid through a little pump into a cylinder and just lift a tremendous amount of weight. This sure beats shoveling this trailer out. And just like that, we are empty. Yep. Someday I would love to have a kind of a property like this. Be pretty cool. Just got back here to the property. I'm going to do a little bit more excavating and see where that takes us. I called the utility company, or the locate company. They can't come out here for a couple days yet, which kind of sucks. Kind of backs up my schedule. But what I'm going to do here is I'll get everything kind of graded close, when I get everything located, then I can come in here with the excavator, dig my trench and do that. That won't take me too long. So just have to make do with what we got here. All right, changing plans again. I'm not waiting for a company to come out here to locate this. I'm just gonna start digging this trench. I mean, it's only, I don't know, 25 feet or so. The only problem is my shovel just broke. It's got a, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there's a crack in it, starting to fold. So I'm gonna go buy a new shovel. I'm just gonna hand dig this trench. I'm not waiting. I got other jobs in the books scheduled. And I'm not, today's Monday, they can't get out here until Friday. I'm not waiting. So I'm just gonna hand dig this. You know, that way today at least I can get this pipe in here, get the stone in, get the pipe in. Or even if I don't get it completely done today, I can be ready tomorrow. All I gotta do is come here, topsoil, seed it, and straw mat it, and be out of here. But yeah. Today would have been definitely a good day to have Jaron, because I could have left him behind and dug that trench while I came into the shopping, but just goes to show not everything goes to plan. So I'll be digging that trench and going shopping too. I can move this, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
All right.
I'm trying to figure this out. You a plumber?
No.
Never mind.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm trying to make a duck pond drain.
Oh.
I like the low profile of this one that's going to sit in the tub.
Okay. Oh, it has threads.
This is not really threaded, but it's not going to hold. It just looks like it's not going to hold back water.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see if there was something that would thread over the top of that, and then I could glue it to a 2-inch pipe.
Do you have maybe a coupling?
I could just go with the other drain.
Got my pipe, 245s, a cap, drain. I need some sawzall blades. I'm gonna get a new blade for the skill saw too. That looks like a good one. Sawzall blades. Where are you? Deedle. Oh, walked right past them. Sure. I'm sick of pushing that cart. What do we got here? This thing feels pretty chintzy. Hi there. Just falling apart over here. Make sure to put your cart back. See you guys back at the job. Didn't need digger's hotline for this one. I just hand dug. There's dug a 20-foot trench. It's about a foot and a half deep. Probably a little bit more in some areas here. But we're gonna put this pipe in the ground here, glue it. There's already PVC coming out of the house, so I got a couple. Obviously, when I went to Home Depot, I got a couple fittings. A 45, a 45, and then I'll run it out with a 90 going straight up. I'm going to leave a stub up in the air, put my cap there. And once I get this thing all final graded, I will cut that down and make that, you know, to height of the lawn here. This trench is going to be a little bit deeper, obviously, once I put topsoil on here. You know, I'm going to be coming up another 5-6 inches or so, so I got plenty of coverage. Before I put this pipe in the ground, I gotta make it perforated. I gotta cut a couple pieces, or cut some holes in the bottom, or drill some holes for the pipe to allow the pipe to drain as like a drain tile. There's also going to be a pop-up, or a flush mount, so any like extra water can pop up and just run down the road, but majority of it should stay in the line here and just drain into the front lawn. Then we'll bury this in #1 clear stone, and then we'll be back here tomorrow to finish topsoiling this, seed it and straw it, and then we're out on our way. All right, so I went and dumped off the dirt that I had here. Got a load of pea gravel. This should be plenty for what I'm doing, but I want to show you guys what I'm going to do with these pipes here. I don't want, I don't want this pipe to be discharging water right next to the house either. So probably the last 3 feet of the first section, and then the entire pipe here, I'm going to cut a bunch of slits just on the bottom. The reason why I'm just going to do it on the bottom is obviously I don't want water to be shooting out of the top either. Not that there's that much pressure, but figure that's just what would work best. So yeah, just the last couple of feet there, then I'll do the entire bottom of this pipe over here. But before I get doing that, before I start cutting this pipe all up, I need to use some of that for making stubs and all that. So this one's ready though, so let's get gluing this. And I finally went and bought some Sawzall blades that I thought I had in my truck and a new skill saw blade. Used a T that I'm going to use. The reason why I'm using a T is obviously we live in Wisconsin, and there is a chance for freezing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on the pipe that's coming out of the house. This will be my piece that goes down underground, and then I'm going to make a little stub off of this in case something freezes up underneath there. They can put a pipe above ground just in case. My grandpa was a steam fitter by trade, but obviously steam fitters, they do a little bit of plumbing work and everything. It was my grandpa's biggest pet peeve to use purple primer. So to this day, I still don't use it unless I'm in an absolute pinch. Yeah, I remember him just calling people hacks if that's what they were using for cleaner. It makes a big mess. It really does look kind of cruddy, but I don't know. I am also a firm believer in whatever gets the job done, and I might use a little too much glue, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and a little extra pine leaves in this fitting will be good for it. And then once you get it on there, you got to hold it for a little bit, obviously. All right, so there's my first piece. Grab my other pipe, make my little piece to come down, and tie this pipe all together. I'm gonna need my Sawzall and a blade. Tell you what, this angle grinder, everyone should own one. Perfect. All right, let's start getting some pea gravel in here. All right, let's get to it. Let's put my grinder away before that gets ran over. And I always take the cutoff wheel before I put it back in, so that way when it gets thrown in here, I don't have the chance of the wheel getting cut, or not cut, but broken, to the point where I go to use it next time, the thing explodes in my face. Alright, so I probably got too much pea gravel. They'd only give me a yard. This was, they called for like, I don't know, 2/3 of a yard. So I'll just take the rest of that, what I got, and go dump it off somewhere, I guess. Okay, everything's put away, cleaned up. I think tomorrow I'm going to bring the pressure washer out here, just kind of pressure wash a little bit of this. But here's what we got. Tomorrow the only thing that's left is to put some topsoil down and straw this up. But another awesome job. Happy with doing small little grading jobs like this as well. So if any of you guys in the Milwaukee area that are looking for anything, feel free to reach out. AMW Services or Mike at amwservicesllc.com is my email. So alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're back. Let's get this job finished up today. First we're gonna get this machine fired up, get some oil moving through it, warmed up a little bit, and spread some topsoil. This topsoil is way nicer than the other places I've been to, but also way more expensive. All sorts of... I pulled out a freaking full-on 2x8 earlier when I went and grabbed this load. I don't know how that's getting through their screener, unless it just must be in the loader bucket and the operator there doesn't know it. That made a mess. Grass seed's all down. I'll start kind of lightly brooming this grass seed in. I've said before, and sadly the place that I went and got the topsoil from, they did not have any straw mat, so I gotta run and go get some. Not the end of the world. Okay, well, so before I leave to go get some straw mat, I'm gonna cut that sump pump drain line. I'm gonna cut that down, get that to grade, and then we'll run off, go get some straw mat, and then that'll be it for this job. So this was a good one. That Wisconsin summer heat and humidity is for sure starting to set in. I am sweating like a stuck pig right now. See if these open up. Cleaner opens up, glue opens up right on. And then this is what I'm going to be using. This is what I'm going to be using. It's a shower drain. Glues right onto the PVC and will work good. And for anyone wondering about water going, you know, when it rains or snows or whatever, that's a drain tile, so any water that goes in there is just going to go right back to the ground anyways. And if anyone's worried about, you know, like grass clippings or anything like that, there's going to be constant water flow through there, so I don't see this being a problem. That's my opinion. I've used them plenty of times and I've never had any issues or anything. And those pop-ups that you can get, they don't last. So I'd rather use something like this, and God forbid you don't like it, you just dig a little hole around, dig down, and, you know, put a coupling in or whatever the case may be and redo it. Cut the pipe about here. Looks good to me. Dig some of this dirt around. All right. Get everything cleaned up, glued up. Then we'll pick up our mess around here. And then go get some straw mat. And then that'll be it for this one. Yeah, like I said, those pop-ups, it seems like you get a solid year out of them, and that's about it. You know, before you're changing them, or the lawnmower, you know, wrecks it, or the case may be. This glue is kind of getting a little shoddy. There you go. There's the drain. Some pump drain and whatever else wants to drain through there. I think these customers will be happy. I also brought my pressure washer with me just to clean up the approach city sidewalk and the end of their driveway, because it's such a quick little job. Might as well make it really nice once I leave. And I'm gonna need the pressure washer tomorrow and the rest of the week, so figure, well, I might as well load it up now and use it and have happy customers. They told me that they wouldn't come here till Friday. Today's Tuesday. They must have came last night or early this morning and located this gas line. Gas line's right there. My drain line is about 6-8 feet away from that, so I could have dug it out with the machine, but just one of those things, you don't know. You don't know, and it's not, to me, it's not worth the risk of hitting a gas line or any underground utility at that. I know some of you guys have mentioned in the comments about getting digger's hotline and all that. You know, when you're excavating for you know, for putting in a patio or something, you're not digging that deep. The only thing that's a possible risk would be hitting a AT&T line. But if you look at the job, you can kind of see where stuff is buried. Okie dokie. Straw mat's all down. We're gonna do some pressure washing quick. Get this cleaned up. That's a wrap. All right, guys. Front yard's all graded up. Everything's washed up. Skid steer's in the trailer. The only thing I got left to do is chain the skid loader down. But other than that, we're done for the day. We'll catch you guys on the next one.